Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. And today I want to kind of talk to you guys about something that has been on my mind for the last couple of days, especially with this promo out right now, FIFA Ultimate Team, and just how many SBCs are out and how I'm seeing the market graphs move on FUTbin and just seeing prices react on market. I want to talk about just the simple question of, is this market, I need to bid on this, is this market going to be able to recover from how low it is right now? EA is doing everything in their power to sink coins off the market. We have more SBCs and more promos than we have ever had, so they're dropping new SBCs, repeatable SBCs, almost every promo, and it makes sense because this year they upped the amount of rewards that people could get through Weekend League, through Division Rivals, and they're also taking away those coins on the market. Since they know there are more rewards, they have to have things in place to take them away. So that's kind of what I wanted to kind of talk about today, is just, will this market be able to recover? And we're going to look at all different sides, all different facets of the market, because I do think we have to take into effect a lot of things. And now this is kind of like a broad, overarching market talk view of the market. But I just want to kind of, we always have to understand the market as a whole, where it's going, where has it been, in order to understand going forward what the best investments could be, what's going to happen with the market, and so forth. So I want to take a look at FUTbin because we're going to look at a lot of FUTbin graphs today. And first of all, I want to take a look at the Index 100. This is going to kind of paint our picture for us as we look at what has the market been doing this promotion, what has the market been doing this year. And I want to zoom out and take a look. This is the entire year of FIFA so far. So back here we have September 25th all the way over here to this week where we are right now. So if you look at the graph as a whole, and I'm looking at Xbox, PS4 market would be very similar to this. You're thinking, okay, the market right now is at 71 points. It was at 80 this past weekend, and the lowest point this year is 53. Wait, Nate, the market's not low, the market's not dead. Yeah, it is. The reason why the market right now is very low is because it is low in the areas of which people, like the meta players that people use in their teams. Everything that is up right now, and it's inflating the market as a whole and making this Index 100 number a lot higher, is high rated golds and SBC informs, SBC requirements, SBC everything. That is what is making this market very, very inflated right now, and I kind of want to talk to you guys about that today. That's why you've seen guys like your gold Neymar drop down in price so considerably in this last week or so, just because of the amount of the coin suck that happened this week inside of this promotion is ridiculous. So obviously the promotion started about a week, 4 or 5 days ago from today. Neymar last week was 440k. This week he's 350 on Xbox with a similar drop on PlayStation 4. Now if we look at another popular player who a lot of people have in their teams, Gold Varane, 73,000 coins. He was 100k last week, and he almost halved in price. So this is a big time market crash for a lot of these cards, and you haven't really heard people talking about the words market crash, but those words can easily be used to describe what has been going on in FIFA Ultimate Team. I even look at this card like this Juan Cuadrado card, who is still a live item, who still has an opportunity to be upgraded based on how Juventus plays in the second leg versus Atletico Madrid, and you see that he is down. We have to look at this graph too, boys, because this is insane. So he played today and he is down, but the amount that he has dropped is just ridiculous. This card this morning, literally 12 hours ago from right now, was about 400, just under 400,000 coins. You can see here he hit his peak 392. Today he's been dropping like all day since the game. So yeah, he was 350, almost 400k, and then after the game, as they are losing, he drops almost 200,000 coins. He has been cut in half, basically, his price. Same thing on PS4. And that really goes to show me how little coins are on the market right now. If there isn't enough coins to hold up the hype for this card, yes, they are down 2-0, but it's Juventus. They have Cristiano Ronaldo. They can come back. If the hype allows this card, who is a top 2, top 3 option in his league, in his position, who gets good links, if the market allows this card to get this low, then we are in a serious point of FIFA that we need to talk about a few things, considering how the market could go for the rest of the year. And I honestly think this is one of those times in the market where we could be seeing kind of the downturn for the rest of this year. Now, that being said, gold prices this year have held up insanely well. This Varane card being an 86 rated, very meta center back, 73k. He's been dropping, for the second half of the year, but, if you bought this card during Black Friday for 157k, you were able to use him for an entire month before he crashed for Team of the Year. He still stayed above that price if you bought him at his lowest, and he didn't get underneath the price that you paid until the beginning of January. So you got a lot of use out of him. Let's say you sold him right here. I think this was the Future Stars promo. If you sold him for Future Stars, or maybe, no, this isn't. Yeah, this is after Team of the Year. My bad. I was wrong with that. This is Team of the Year. This was Footmas. So this is Team of the Year. And you buy him back during Team of the Year. He goes back up, and now he's tanking hard. This is what we see a lot of times in FIFA. After Team of the Year, the market really starts to drop in a lot of cards. And we can see this with like all of the gold cards because they are the most popular, the easiest used, and the most sought after in this game because people can afford them all levels. You have the casuals and the serious players can all afford these cards. Mbappe down here to 165,000 coins, half what he was honestly a month ago. He was 300,000 coins, now he's 160. So he's halved in almost a month. Now, will this continue? I don't think Mbappe his price won't cut in half in the next month or so. But EA is kind of in this is the point of the year where you just see the market start to decline and decline, and does it come back? Not really. And that's why I'm making this video to you guys today, thinking about investing wise. How can we invest in players? Yes, every week there is weekend league rewards that come out on Thursdays, and we've always had this thing called Thursday flipping, which I'm going to try to attempt to do again overnight. As you're watching this video, I'm going to be buying some cards to try to flip them and to make some profit off of those cards. Wow, 1.6 million flat for Cristiano Ronaldo. That's crazy. So I'm going to, Thursday flipping still works. It's just not exactly what it was early on in FIFA, because you could buy almost any meta popular card on a Wednesday night, and then weekend league rewards would come out, and then boom, all you see is profit, profit, profit when those players rise up, when people build their teams the next day. Anymore, that's not happening because people are, honestly, they're sick and tired of the game because it's not what they want. At least a lot of people in the community that I know are not happy with the gameplay. And it's just that time of the year where the grind of FIFA kind of wears on you. Yes, we've had a lot of cool packs this year. We've had new promotions that we've never seen before. Road to the Final cards, other Champions League content, these FUT Future Stars. We have the headliner cards. We have all kinds of stuff that is on the market that is new. And EA is really trying to keep this game alive. And I think they're doing a decent job of it, considering the state of the actual gameplay. But there always is inevitably that point where the game kind of starts to slow down and it kind of comes to a close. Now, last year, you probably heard some people talk about this, the effects of Fortnite on the game, and I think that's a really real thing to talk about. There was a lot of hype around Fortnite, and that kind of influenced a lot of people to go away from FIFA. This year, with the new content on FIFA, it's keeping the market up. There's more coins in the market this year. But from here on out, I think we need to stop focusing on investing in links to players that people are going to use. There's still going to be some of that that's very good. Like you just saw me bid on this Quadrado card. Buying in the panic sale this year has been one of the best ways to make profit, because every single time this year, on every single card, there's been a panic sale and it has risen after that. If there is a specific pointed panic sale that you can point to and say, okay, that was the panic sale, this guy was sold because today his Champions League item, Juventus lost versus Atletico Madrid, and they are now losing 2-0, and he only has one more chance to get upgraded. Alright, so he dropped 200k today. That's a panic sell. So that's kind of one of the things that I'm looking at, that instead of investing in these cards that people are going to use in their teams, we need to invest in the informs that people use for SBCs. Because if you look, again, if you go back here and look at the Index 100 and you look at what's gone on, the market was at 61 points right before this promotion that we're going right now, Winter Refresh. Right before that promotion came out, we were at 61 points. Over the weekend, we hit 80 points on the market. On the Xbox market, we hit a point total of 80. When has the market been 80 points? Well, let's look back. The last time it was 80 points, October. Did we hit 80 points here? No, we didn't. We didn't hit 80 points on the market until since last October in the first month of the game. And that's considering all of the prices like Mbappe, like Neymar, like Varane, like a lot of your gold meta players that people use, Cristiano Ronaldo. They are almost, if not cut in half, they are at least 30 to 40% lower than they were earlier in that time period. And the reason why that market again is lifted up so high is because of SBC investments, and that's really what's going on here. Even if we go to the index gold market, I don't have to keep showing you guys these graphs for you to know that high rated golds are just ridiculous. High rated gold market, 81 points. It was 95, 92 back here, but you can just go to the cheapest players by rating and see that these cards are just absolutely absurd, and they were higher. They're actually now starting to come back down to a more reasonable value, but it just goes to show that EA knows they can get people to do SBCs this year no matter what the cost is, and that's really affecting what we do this year in FIFA Ultimate Team. So I want to head back here and kind of talk about some SBC investments, not that we can actually make right now. I don't feel like these are investments that I want to make right now today as I'm talking with you guys on this video, but I just want to kind of shape our minds for investing going forward. Now, this Laporte card, cheapest 87 rated inform on the game. We know that we're going to have some icon moments SBCs coming out, and I honestly want to start investing in more SBC type stuff just because of the fact that you see some of that stuff boom so much. If we go back to Footbin and look at some past Team of the Weeks, if we look at this Team of the Week 21 right here, where there were a lot of good SBC type players, you're looking at this Brandt card and this Orban. Center back, so he's a good position, he's Bundesliga. He doesn't even have good links, except he's Bundesliga. 35,000 coins. He was under 20k the first day that he was in packs. I bought one of these cards, put it in my club at 18,000 coins that first day that he was in packs. And look at his rise since then. It's just kind of the thing you have to know this year. So like I'm watching this week, Team of the Week 23. I'm watching this week's Team of the Week very closely because I want to see these cards get low, and they're probably not going to get as low as they should because there's all those SBCs are actually out right now. So people are buying these cards right now to do SBCs because they are the cheapest informs for their rating. Since they're brand new to the game, they're still in packs, you know how that goes. But I think SBC investing is kind of the way to go. So even if these, like for 84 rated informs, like this Butele card, last week the Orban got to 19k and he was a center back, he was Bundesliga. This is a French goalkeeper, so that's a very good card for SBCs. If I see this close to 20 flat, I'm going to have to buy because I know that there's a lot of SBCs coming up soon, the Icon Moments SBCs, that people are going to be doing. Because these Icon Moments, you can't get them on the market unless you're going to pay. Well, how much is Prime Henry right now? This Prime Moments Henry, how much is he? 6.4 million. That's actually kind of low compared to what he has been. If you look at the Prime Moments Mateus, another very popular version, people have wanted the Icon SBC for Mateus to come out this year. It hasn't. He's at 6.9 million coins. He was even higher than that. So a lot of this stuff is going to cost a lot of money when it comes out in SBC form. So that's why I'm looking at more of the SBC investments, just because you can see how those have risen this year. I want to take a look at a few more Team of the Week investment type cards from past and previous Team of the Weeks that really boomed. One of them being center back Hilton. So we know good nation, good league, 32,000 coins. How much was this card at his cheapest? He was about 22,000 coins. So a lot of this stuff, like honestly, you could just buy 10 of these cards. It's almost a no risk investment because people love SBCs this year. And I mean, that's just so obvious what we can see. People love SBCs. People love to panic sell, honestly. People have been panic selling at any hint of notice of new content coming out onto the market. They just panic sell everything and get their coins. I mean, we saw panic selling of Team of the Year cards for the FUT Future Stars promotion. Like, how absurd does that sound when you think about it in your mind? So that's really what I'm looking for this week in this new Team of the Week, is just some SBC investments, and I think that kind of needs to be our focus going forward because they're going to continue to put out SBCs, Icon Moments SBCs. If we have more promotions coming up in the future, we're going to have a Europa League SBC still coming this week. So we're still going to have plenty of opportunities for SBCs, and EA is always going to jump at the chance to suck your coins before they put out the next pack promo to try to get you to spend more real money to buy FIFA points and to get packs. So that's really where I think I'm going to start focusing on more of. I haven't really done a lot of SBC investing this year. Even if you look at my transfer list right now, I have cards on my transfer list that have nothing to do with SBCs. I flipped this Griezmann today for 115k profit for a UCL live card. These informs I'm just flipping, but these are based on people wanting them for their teams. The Kluivert's the same thing. Everything on my transfer list right now is basically a link investment or a panic sell investment to people. Like, you're not going to use this Nacho Fernandez for an SBC. You're going to use him in your team. That's the whole point of me buying that card, is he gets the upgrade. People want them in their team, so they go out and buy him. So again, even when I look for Thursday flips, I'm kind of looking at stuff that is link investments or stuff that people's going to buy for their team, and that is going to work to an extent. Oh, that was too good of a price. Somebody else knew it as well. But I really think I need to start focusing on more of the investing in the informs, in the gold cards, and that kind of stuff, and I would encourage you guys to do that as well. I mean, the discard informs, that's not really what I'm mentioning here. I'm mentioning the 83s, the 84s, the 85s, because we're going to continue to get SBCs throughout this year. And icon SBCs, that means that those informs, when they go out of packs, will always have demand. So the only thing that would really crash a market like this, like the SBC market, is when they do release, and this is possible to come in the next month or so, a guaranteed Team of the Week SBC or some type of pack that would give you players from a previous Team of the Week that were out of packs. And obviously we invest in all this stuff because it is out of packs. That's kind of our main point and our main motto for investing in a lot of this stuff. Like this Crescito card, he has some in-game value because he's a pretty decent card, but he's 26,000 coins right now. If I see that hit 22 or 23 as an 84 rated Italian. Wow, he's an Italian in the Serie A, so that's a big time for rating. That's going to be a massive investment as an inform. This Alvaro card, obviously he has a Team of the Week 1 inform that flew like crazy for this entire year. Demirbe looks like a solid card for icon SBCs. If this card hits like, I don't know, 26 to 27,000 coins, I would be a buyer there, and stuff like that. So I really think I'm going to start to focus on the investments. And this is one other thing I want to mention. A lot of people are still asking me, hey, Neymar is so low. I want him for my team. I haven't been able to afford him all year. Now I can. When do I buy him? Honestly, it's getting to the point of FIFA where if you are looking to build a team and you want to have some fun with players, go out and buy them. It doesn't really matter at this point. You might lose some coins. I put a Team of the Year Varane in my club. It's in my active squad right now because I wanted that Varane. This Varane card is probably going to stay in my team for most of the rest of the year. Now, if maybe I pack an untradeable center back that is from, I don't know, maybe a Team of the Season Lucas Hernandez would be the only player that would knock this Varane out of my club, and even then, it probably wouldn't. Like, that's the kind of card I wanted for my team. I needed him for the Mendy link before I packed Blanc, obviously. But I wanted that card in my team. I went out and bought him. I was fine with the price, and I'm fine with sitting that card in my club for the rest of the year, just using him in my team. So that's kind of the thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about as well. Don't be afraid to buy stuff for your teams. A lot of stuff has been cut in half. Like, let's say you want to go out and you're going to get yourself a Bale. Like, Bale right now is like, is he 150k? I think. He's 158,000 coins on Xbox, 178, and this is a card that has been over 200k, like 300k all year, 400k even after Black Friday. This is the time in FIFA where you go out and you have fun, even if you don't have a lot of coins. Let's say you had 1 million coins and you spent 500k at once to watch SBCs. You can go out and still afford a pretty nice team with 500k just because of how low the gold cards have dropped. So again, focus on more of the SBC stuff for the rest of this year as we invest. Yes, we will still invest in link investments. There are people playing this game still. There are people that are heavily into this game, and there are people that will still buy up links. But I do think it, just the way of the game is changing, and it's really SBC based. This week we saw for sure that there's just so much SBC related content that keeps coming onto the game. That's what people are doing. They're doing SBCs. That's just like the easiest way and the best way to make coins. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a thumbs up on it. Comment any questions you might have down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel. It's been Nate, the FUT Accountant. Catch you guys later. Peace.